You hit like a girl, hard and with perfect form.
What now, Earp?
WYNONNA EARP, crazy chick with a demon-killing gun.
It's one of those things where I love the storyline. I take it as a beautiful ending to 4 years of storylines, and I think as a story on its own, just in this special, it's great. I mean, the only thing for me, I knew I was in good hands, um, you know, literally dying in Mel's hands, and I knew that was great. That's if I'm gonna go out, that's who I want to go out with. I love that it was just the two of us. I didn't need everybody else there. I really didn't. I just needed to die there in Wynonna's arms, and I was good. And I knew Emily was writing that scene, and I knew I'd be taken care of. And Paolo Barsman was directing, and I knew it was the right way to go. And death comes for us all, so you got to go sometime. And I think he died with his boots on in the arms of the woman that he loved, for his daughter. So I'm happy. I might be the only one.
Well, like Tim said, Paolo was our director for that, and Paolo's one of his many gifts is that he doesn't overshoot things. So you're never like, oh God, how many times are we gonna have to do this? Am I gonna run out of steam? Like those are, at least for me, I find them really taxing, like emotionally. If you're there, it hurts, and you don't want to do it more than you have to. And Paolo kept us moving. We didn't do it too many times. I think Tim, you said it was like a couple times, couple frames, and we moved on. And so in that sense, it was really easy, and it just allowed us to be in the moment together, and yeah, that's what I remember. She has to think it's possible. Just like she's been through so much, and she's lost so much, and I think just for her own survival, she's just, maybe it's like a hopeless hope, but I think she needs to have something to hold on to. And if she keeps moving, the pain won't catch up to her. So I think she just was like, you're smart, you can fix this, do it. And I think she's like, she doesn't give him an option not to fail. It's like, it's not if, it's when, so just figure it out. And I think that's how she survives this enormous pain.
Tim wouldn't have any objections either to that, by the way. I'd love to come back and be on WYNONNA EARP. Listen, John Henry, he's got the curse of immortality still inside him, from the Stone Witch. He's got the undead vampire blood still coursing through his veins. This is a sci-fi television show. Doc's died before. For the people that are like sad or nervous, I mean, it's not that big a deal. He only died. We didn't shave his mustache. That's the way I look at it. But yeah, Doc would love to come back. So would I.
That was a hairy day, huh? That was a tough day. We were really fighting the elements that day. We were shooting on location. Usually we shoot the interior of the homestead in studio, but because we were just coming back for the special, we were shooting on location, which is basically like a cardboard box in the middle of a frozen tundra field. So it was really, I was fine because I had so many clothes on, but Dom was frozen basically all the time. What else is new? We didn't have a lot of time. It was a really, a lot to do in very little amount of time, and there was some things that didn't quite go as planned, so I think there was like a lot of pivoting on the spot and trying to rejig a few things, and yeah, there was that was a tough day.
Yeah. Particularly for you, Kat, as well. Like it just was, fighting the elements and everything, and it was a lot. It was a lot of action and movement, and our bodies hurt by the end of the day. I think that's fair to say. But yeah, it was cool to be able to like tap into that dynamic, and like we haven't really seen that before, you know, in that way, where it's like, okay, Waverly's been living with this now for a while, and I really love that like Nicole is the only person that can really like calm her in those moments, and that we are building that in. I really enjoyed that element for sure.
I think, Dom, you put it so well. I think it was really important and like a beautiful evolution of these characters who have always been an incredible beacon of representation. Like we so rarely get to sit with characters for this long, and especially seeing like a beautiful, like solid married couple, and then like what we usually end at happily ever after. So what happens after, I think, is something we so rarely get to see, and I think it's so important to see, like, that's the mark of a solid relationship, when you could say, yeah, go do your thing, I'll be right here when you come back.
It really moved me, honestly. I thought it was so courageous and awesome for Emily to write that, because it's, you know, it's not necessarily what you imagine after like happily ever after for them, you know, like you would be like, okay, maybe it would have been the baby, maybe we would have stayed in the homestead, whereas I think there's something so courageous to showcase that side of relationships where like it's okay for you to have different dreams and different adventures, and it doesn't take anything away from the love that you share for one another. If anything, it can amplify it and help the relationship grow. Exactly, yeah.
I just don't think they're there yet. I think there's more adventure to go on before, you know, babies really tie you down, and I think there's more adventure. They're not ready to settle in that way yet.